USA, the quarterfinal stage of this World Cup tournament.
Tori will now have the introduction of the players as they come out, and at number 1 for Hong Kong, China, it is Guillermo Torreira, the 8-goaler. He's been very effective up at number 1. Number 2, nephew of the great Tommy Llorente, is Facundo Fernandez Llorente. And at back, the number 3, John Fisher.
Again now for the USA lineup. And playing at number 1, is that Del Walton, or do they?
Del Walton, that's
Walton,
him.
Indeed. At number 2, Pelon Escapite, playing the number 2 position. And at number 3, last but not least, Tommy Biddle. And again, unlike, well, more polo for our polo purists, unlike field polo, we will only be playing with 3 players in the arena.
Correct.
Instead of the four chukkers, unlike the round robin stage of this, where we only played 3, we have 4 chukkers being played and a golden goal or a penalty shootout, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. If we're all tied up, as has been the case all the way through the tournament up till now, we will be going into a penalty shootout if they're all tied up at the end of the 4th chukker. Tommy Biddle, I don't know if you know this one, Tori, but he was 10 goals as an arena player in the United States. So he's been very effective at the back for the US team till now.
Wow. So that is, well, again, Hong Kong, China, I think the favorite, but you never know.
You never know.
Tommy Biddle, I think you've seen these teams, both teams play thus far. Any predictions?
Look, with the form that they've been playing, you'd have to go the host nation at the moment. Tommy Biddle's game, with all his penalty hitting, has been a little bit off, and it has been a very important part of the game up till now. But it's now come out up onto the boards, and it's Facundo Llorente getting the line there, leaving it. Big neck shot through to the number 1. Our 8-goaler here, Guillermo Torreira, now takes it near side, then back onto the stick side, and who's back there? The 4-goaler, Llorente for Hong Kong, China, gets hooked out of it, and the lovely big shot there now by Pelon Escapite gets up to the front, but John Fisher playing a great positional play there at the back and cleans it up. Now it's gone across to the boards. Del Walton, 3 goals, all the way from Aiken in the United States. Just big ride off there by Llorente, but not enough to keep him off the ball. And he's left it now behind for Tommy Biddle Jr. Let's see what he can do here. Brings it through. Big hook there by Torreira, but Biddle keeps the ball. Can he roll it through? Now Fisher gets enough on it to keep it out of harm's way, and the first man onto it's the man of the moment, Llorente, taking full use of this nice smooth pitch that they've got here. He's going to hit it through. And he can't get it across to Facundo Llorente. So Biddle just cleans it, tries to clean it up, doesn't. Pelon Escapite plays it near side, and the whistle's gone.
So it looks like that will be called against Escapite.
Correct.
Not mistaken. And then we get to see that again crossing just right in front of Guillermo Torreira.
He was pretty right there from the first play, but the line had definitely changed in favour of Llorente there, and he turned that pony onto the line very quickly. And for those of you at home that aren't 100% certain of these rules, once that ball is hit in a certain direction, a line has been created, and it's the first person that can turn their pony onto that line that has the most right of way. And the ball changed direction there, and the Hong Kong China player was the first one onto it. And if the United States player there, Pelon Escapite, had left it alone, he probably wouldn't have created the penalty. But it'll be John Fisher now just to hit that ball. And the hand is up, so it's Hong Kong, China, Tori. First one's on the board.
First on the board. And interesting, throughout the event thus far, arena polo does cause, I think, to the naked eye, a lot of congestion, and we're seeing a lot more penalties than you would in open play or field play.
Exactly, and that's probably the main reason why there is only 3 aside. You mentioned before how the grass polo is normally 4 aside, but there's only 3 here. Part of that is because of that congestion, and the size of the field is a lot smaller.
Wow, and you would have just seen a fantastic goal by Tommy Biddle, taking the ball out of the air there.
Yep, I told you, 10 goals in the arena, and there's some of those skills coming to the fore. He popped that one out of the air. We might get a nice replay of that one.
And a quick response from the USA, leveling the score at 1 apiece.
Torreira dribbling the ball now. He'll go left, then he'll go right, but he's left, and he's left it behind. And I've made a lot of mention in the previous games now as getting field position, and it's so important to get that ball up into your attacking half, get it over that advantage line, because you can get an unlucky bounce just like you saw there. And if that's 10 metres out from your own goal, it's danger time. So you can see the Hong Kong China team just trying to get this ball up over that halfway line, which they've just on the halfway line now, and it's John Fisher taking the ball forward. He's clear now by about 2 horse lengths, running the ball to goal. It's a great approach shot by Hong Kong China. All he's got to do is run it through, and it's John Fisher. Hong Kong China back in front.
And John Fisher, Director of Stable Operations here at the Metropolitan Polo Club. You get a slow-mo of his run there.
He knows this pony so well, Tori. Like, I'm sure there's a little bit of advantage to being the Director of Stable Operations. He'd know a few of these ponies quite well.
Ball back in play.
Great attacking shot, a long way up the field there by the USA. And look, big right off by Del Walton now, and he's taken Fisher out of it. Can he run it through for the United States? He does. It's end-to-end polo here.
Indeed, the United States responding. It's goal for goal at the moment. Again, it was evident in that goal by Tommy Biddle as well. The ball is much larger and lighter than your standard polo ball as well.
Correct. And it has been a problem for some of these players adjusting to that lighter ball when they've been taking their penalties, that the ball does curve.
But we've had what looked like another
They must have
quick goal from the USA.
While we were watching the replay,
yes,
the USA's player got another one in, so they're now 1 in front. The United States have turned the tables, and it'll be Guillermo. And this is what I was saying to you before. Again, got to get that ball out of there from the hit-in, because you get an unlucky bounce or it hits the leg of a pony, and the opposition can easily score. And that's what looks like what's happened for the United States here. Escapite running onto that line. He's copped a mallet in the elbow or something. He's grimacing in a bit of pain there. Escapite for the United States.
And these colder climates won't make him feel any better.
No.
But here's highlights from that last goal,
yep.
And it looks like
he's left it behind. Biddle takes it forward, backs it, just had a pot shot to try and get it close, and it went straight through.
So that's 2 impressive goals from Tommy Biddle.
They said in the pre-match interview that they were going to be tougher and harder than the previous games, and he certainly wasn't wrong.
So I don't know if there was actually a penalty called, or if there was just an inadvertent.
I think for safety reasons, they just, when someone's grimacing like that in such a small locality, or close to the action, they just blow the whistle for safety reasons. So they'll just have a throw in here. And the ball's been thrown in now with Biddle at the back, being taken out of it by Torreira. Torreira keeps the ball, dances. He probably has to do something with it now, but he's being pushed off the ball there by Biddle. Hard riding there by Tommy Biddle. Big swing that hits the boards there right in front of the crowds here at the Metropolitan Polo Club. And now John Fisher looking for the equaliser for Hong Kong China. A minute left on the clock now. Big back shot required by Del Walton, doesn't quite get it. Now Escapite gets the back shot, looks for the deflection off the boards, gets it. Now taking it forward on the near side again, pops up on his stick side, but there's a Hong Kong China player right there. And Torreira appeals for the foul.
Escapite also claiming that he had the line. And there's some debate amongst the USA team.
I think they're going to say that you're right, Escapite did think he had the line, but in doing so, he's probably ridden under the shot of Torreira here. So this will be Torreira trying to play the ball, and they're saying, well...
It looks like you must confer with the umpires on that call.
Tommy Biddle, back shot. Lovely little tail shot across field now. Big near side required by John Fisher, does so, gets it over to the boards. It's not going to be all that helpful in that far corner. It's still a long way from the goal mouth. But here's the man, the 4-goaler, Facundo Llorente, leaves it behind now for Tommy Biddle, who needs to get it away from the goal mouth. Facundo leaves it first onto the line. Torreira, will he get ridden off by Del Walton? Doesn't, but yeah, whistle's gone there. So right on that 30-second hooter, what's happened is
Tommy Biddle is actually playing without a head on his mallet for the last 2 minutes. He was actually striking the ball with just the shaft of the...
Oh, look, there it goes.
So, but impressively, he actually played 2 shots just with the shaft.
So the American players there just hooking Guillermo Torreira after he'd been fouled. So the fouling player then moved out of the way, but then he was hooked by the second United States player. And as such, it'll be John Fisher looking to equalise here with 30 seconds left on the clock.
John going for a hat-trick of goals at this stage.
Oh, he got some wood on it, but not enough. So they're 3 apiece with 24 seconds on the clock, and the locals going crazy.
Just a slow motion recap of that penalty shot. It was defended, but again went through the post.
Not well enough. Now Escapite claiming the line, mallet in the air saying that's my line. Now trying to get past Facundo Llorente, who backs it onto the boards. First one there, Guillermo Torreira with no one on him, but that's the end of the first Chukka. And we've got ourselves a tied-up ball game now. 3 goals to John Fisher, 2 goals to Tommy Biddle for the United States, and 1 for Del Walton.
USA is definitely are making a strong impression here in this first Chukka.
It's very close. Anyone could win it from here, and we'll be back shortly.